All right, we are live. Okay, welcome everybody. I am so excited for tonight. Tonight we have Diamond Ambassador Breanne Parks. Before we get into her, I want to talk about convention. If you're not going to convention, I think there's still a waiting list. But I hope that you got registered, and I'm super excited. Convention is something that is life-changing, and it really changed the face of my business every time I go. So I love convention. But now to Breanne. Like I said, she's a Diamond Ambassador. She's been in the company for 4 years. She has 2 adorable little girls, and I met her and her husband in Maui last year, and I was telling her earlier that meeting them was the highlight of my trip because they were just so sweet, and they were helping me with taxes and fun stuff like that, and it was a great conversation. So anyway, without further ado, here is Breanne Parks.
Well, thank you so much, Abby Jo, and I love you and I love your heart, and I'm so thrilled to be on tonight's call and be sharing a little bit. For those of you who don't know me, I'll give you a little bit of background. Of course, like Abby Jo said, I got involved in the business about 4 years ago. And during that time, it was a very hard time in my life. I had very big struggles. Not only had I had some extra weight packed on from my second pregnancy, I had packed on 25 extra pounds, but in addition to that, we were also living paycheck to paycheck. And so times were tough. We were surviving off of one income and pretty much robbing Peter to pay Paul. And so I got involved in the business. Of course, I signed up to get my products at wholesale, not really understanding the whole value of what I really had, that golden ticket in my hand. But I signed up, and I obviously started noticing some changes. Sleep pattern had changed for me a little bit. My energy had increased in addition to weight loss. So I was pretty hooked from the beginning, but the catch for me and the big kicker was my father-in-law was a type 2 diabetic and struggling and was on multiple medications. And at that time, he was so influential in our life and still is. And, you know, seeing his life change, him losing weight, coming off of medications, that was the big you had me on the hook right then. When I saw people I cared about around me and their lives being impacted so fully and dramatically, it was just amazing. So just a little bit of background about me. I'm so excited to be on tonight's call. I do have 2 little girls and a wonderful husband. So I was trying to log in from my computer, but let me see if I can get it pulled up. That way I can do multiple tasking things right now. Sorry, I got a lot going on. Anyways, I wanted to give you guys some tips tonight and kind of just share my heart with you. It really doesn't matter what your goals are in this business if you don't have your priorities lined up in order, and if you're not doing the necessary steps to further your business. As a Plexus ambassador, you can say all day that you are a Plexus ambassador, but if your actions are not lining up, it doesn't matter what you're saying. So just remember that. I'm sure most of you guys have heard before that, our business is built off of relationships, and that couldn't be more true. I think that's one of the biggest things that I realized about my journey is that as women in the industry, we actually have an amazing platform that we obviously are, nurturers by heart, and we tend to love on people, and we have that momish side in us. So it makes it very easy for us to grow our business because at the end of the day, those relationships are what's going to propel us, caring for people, just the willingness to want to help, I guess you could say. So I'm sure most of you have in the past had, places where you just in life felt like you were drowning. And whether it be financial, whether it be health-wise, at some point we go through that struggle in our lives. And we're really just wanting that hope. Maybe we've lost that hope and we're waiting for somebody to come rescue us. For me, my personal experience, I needed that. I was at such a position in my life that I needed somebody to come rescue me. And for me, my sponsor, my cousin, was actually the lifeguard that kind of dove in the water and rescued me from, the debt and the heartache and what I was going through at the moment. So I just want to say that, obviously I wouldn't be here had someone not kind of jumped in, all in on me and helped me through that transition. And I want to encourage you guys to be that lifeguard. And what I mean by that is our business is a lot like a lifeguard. And I'll kind of tell you the correlations or connections between that. But, a good lifeguard keeps their eyes on the water. So what does that mean for us? Obviously lifeguards have a lot going on. There's things that are distracting them, and us as well. We can get very caught up with different distractions in our business, back office issues, whether it's, customer issues or teammate issues. And I want to encourage you not to lose focus, to stay clear and push those distractions aside and really just keep your eyes on the water, keep your eyes on the people, because at the end of the day, we are literally surrounded by people that need our help, people that are sinking. Whether it's financial, you'll see posts out there. It breaks my heart sometimes, and where you just want to reach through the computer and say, just let me help you, because you'll see those Facebook posts pop up and they're dragging, or they've had an issue with a loss of job, or whether it be just they're down in the dumps about any health condition. If we tune into that, we are truly hope dealers. We are in the industry of giving people their hope back. And so I think it's really important that we remind ourselves that, to keep our eyes open, to keep our eyes and ears focused on those around us, to not get so caught up in our bubble where we're not really seeing those signals. I mean, you think about a lifeguard. When someone, goes sinking, there are certain signs and signals that they're given. They are given, obviously people wail around or struggle. And that's the same in our business. Those signals are out there, but we have to be tuned in enough to really see what the need is, identify the need, and help those people through the process. Another way too is a good lifeguard obviously stays fit and in shape. And, lifeguards put themselves in a position to move at a moment's notice. And so I think for us, it's important that we also stay fit mentally as well as physically. Physically, obviously, using our products daily and being an example, but mentally, I think that really is where our belief stems from. To have belief in the company, to have belief in our products and in the business, and most importantly, ourselves. If you think about it, if you think about a tree, for example, a tree has a root system. That root system is the foundation. Our belief is the foundation of our business. You are going to have moments where your business sways. Success is not a straight line. There's rocky days and there's great days. And so you have to be willing, your roots have to be strong, your belief has to be strong enough and deep enough that you're able to sway when those rocky things happen, because it is bound to happen. I can't stress that enough. So I think, just being mentally prepared as well as physically prepared, and be ready to dive in when the opportunity comes. Obviously, working on yourself daily with self-development is another one of those things. And good lifeguards, take action. They are called to act. And, when situations arise, they don't just, see somebody out there struggling and say, oh, would you like me to throw you a ring? No, they dive in. They dive in. So I just want to encourage you guys, they don't worry about what other people think about them, or maybe I don't look the best today. Maybe I didn't say the right thing. I think it's important for us when we dive in to be confident and bold. And sometimes we have to let go of, that self-doubt, sometimes that fear of failure or worrying what other people think about us. It's important to let those things go and just kind of, reach out and really care and identify how we can help. So at the end of the day, just remember, it's not about us. It's not about how we talked, how we acted, what we said. It's really about connecting and identifying the needs of the people around us. Obviously, a good lifeguard pulls people to safety. So that's another thing. What does that look like for us? I think for us, that is going the extra mile, making small promises and then over delivering on those promises, sticking to your word, doing what you say that you're going to do, speaking life into them as well, and doing more than just inviting. I think being bold, carrying them along your journey, and really getting them active and pouring into people, whether it's a customer, or even, your team member. So the last thing, of course, is that good lifeguards breathe air into people. They breathe life into people. So just know that, we do have bad days and things come up, but at the end of the day, are we really pouring into others? Are we giving back? Because that's what this business is about, is relationship building and pouring into other people. I think it's, 1 in 4 women that join our business really join for the recognition. And that's huge. That tells you how much people just want someone to care, want somebody to just breathe hope and love on them and support them where they're at. It's important, of course, for us to highlight qualities. So I just want to encourage you guys, if we're quiet enough and we can hear the hopelessness from the people around us struggling, imagine what that could do. Imagine what that could do in our communities, in our neighborhood, and our towns. Imagine what that brand would be for Plexus, for people to recognize that Plexus name and know that we are people that truly help, and breathe hope, give that hope back. So I want to encourage you guys. We know that our products are top notch and they're made with the best ingredients. But at the end of the day, be bold, be confident, because we have a gift. Plexus is honestly a gift. We have this, like I mentioned earlier, this golden ticket. But I like to tell my team that it's not really a gift until you give it away. Till you give it away and you share the knowledge that you've been blessed to receive. I think that's what makes this business a huge blessing. And I wanted to, okay, I wrote down a quote here that I wanted to share, and you guys might have seen this kind of floating around, but Proverbs 11:25, when you refresh others, you will be refreshed. So in turn, what that means is, if you want your dreams to come to pass, believe in someone else. If you want, amazing things to happen for you, miracles to happen for you, be the miracle maker for someone else. Pour into those people, because, the seed that you plant is what you're going to sow. At the end of the day, it's all a circle, it's all a cycle, and the energy that you put out is exactly what comes back to your business. One thing that I have done from the beginning of my journey, and obviously my journey has been quite long, is, I like to not only journal about where my business is so that I can reflect, but, I constantly ask myself, who was I able to help today? And reflect on that. And was I a blessing to those people? Did I give my best? Did I give my time? Did I, figure out what their needs are? If you can put your head on the pillow at night and you are confident, that, what you're doing is the right thing and you are helping others, then you are right where you need to be in this business. And as long as you keep pushing forward and you have that right heart, you are going to go the distance. And, we are all worthy. We all are deserving of this success, and we all can have the success, but we have to be willing to go through those hard times, those dips in the road, and still have that pure heart of helping others. So I just want to challenge you guys, be a lifeguard in a world of onlookers, and be bold, be confident, reach out and pour into people.
That's awesome. I love how you just said be a lifeguard in the world of onlookers. That's good. Sitting here writing notes the whole time you're talking. You can tell just by listening to you. And I saw this all over you in Maui, so I'm really glad that everyone else is getting to see this too. You are so compassionate and you really, really care about other people. And it's no wonder why you're so successful. And I just want to thank you for taking your time out for spending some time with us tonight. I was writing some notes down. And I really love that Proverbs, that Proverbs Bible verse that you read, because I was writing down here. I think John Maxwell. I'm going to say this wrong, but it's if you help others reach their goals, your needs will always be met. And I just love that, and that's what came to mind whenever you were talking. I just it's not a gift until you give it away. I love how you said that, and belief is our foundation. So really caring for other people is the ultimate, and belief in our products and belief in what we can give to other people is really the foundation of where we're at. And so I love that. I love hearing what you have to say. So can you tell us your journey? Like, so you've been in it for 4 years, how long it took you to go up in the ranks?
For me, when I first began, silver was a hurdle. So once I got to gold, obviously, you kind of get to gold and you get in the groove of things and you start developing yourself as a leader and start pouring more into your team, I feel like. It took me a year, 12 months to go emerald, and then 14 months sapphire, and 16 months diamond. So, and it's been such a huge blessing. It's amazing what a small little leap of faith, how many big doors it can open, and the impact that it has on others. So I think that, we are very blessed. All of us that know about Plexus, that are in it and work in our Plexus business every day, we really, truly do have an opportunity of a lifetime. And I know Alex says that all the time. But we do. We have something very magical. We have something special. We have something that no one else has. Our comp plan is amazing, and the benefits and, just everything that we can succeed in this business is just amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, it really is magical. So what would you say, last question, and then we can wrap it up here, but what would you say to somebody, okay, I'm going to ask like 2 different questions. To somebody that's new, they keep coming in my head. To somebody that's new, or somebody that's that's been in it for a little bit, but maybe is kind of stuck, what would you say to them? And then the second question is, what has been your biggest thing? Because it took you a year to get to emerald, and then you jumped right to sapphire and diamond. So what do you attribute most to that?
Well, to answer your first question, I think that if you're at a position in your business where you're stuck, or even, just starting out, we, on our team, we instruct to work your list, work your potential list. Get those names down on paper, make a good list and work it. Go through your phone, go through, think of people that you haven't thought about before. Even I have people now that have gone back and done Eric Worre's 20 and 30, and they're thinking about people that originally they didn't have on their first list a year ago. So, I mean, if you're constantly adding to your list and you're making new relationships and connections, which we do very naturally and organically, you're always going to have that funnel full, that prospect funnel. So that's one thing I would say. And then create that momentum. Like Eric Worre talks about in his GoPro book, you need that momentum to get yourself going. You can either, write a prospect list out and contact 2 people a month off that prospect list, or you can jump full-heartedly in and contact 300 people in 30 days. And now you have a good amount of people on your team. It's still the same amount of people, but a short amount of time, and you're creating that momentum. I would say definitely, to answer your second question, Abby Jo, momentum was huge for me. We were rocking and rolling. And I know I kind of shared this with you earlier today that I was working hard. I mean, I had serious conversation with my husband, and once I hit gold, I saw the potential of our business and what it could do, how it could change our life. And I was all in because I was at that line where, I didn't have another option. I either had to make this work and succeed for my family, or that was it. And I am very passionate about learning. So I think that was, a big motivator for me. But also, when I hit Emerald, I told my husband, okay, I'm going to take some time off and, spend with the family, because I did have those late night, I would put the kids to bed and then jump on the computer and do follow-ups and 3-ways and, work with my team, whatever that need was. That was my time. And I was exhausted, but you guys, it's so worth it. If you put in the hard work, just get yourself there. It is incredibly worth it. But once I hit Emerald, I told my husband, I'm going to take some time off, and I hit Emerald, and I was so addicted to that momentum and seeing people rank up on my team and that excitement. I was going for it. I wanted Diamond, and I said, nope, I'm going to make it happen. So I think it's just, deciding overall that what your end goal is, using stepping stone goals to get you there to help propel you. And staying plugged in. I mean, that's also huge. Staying plugged in, like you mentioned earlier, going to convention, attending events, connecting with your sponsor, your upline, your sidelines, creating those relationships is what's going to help you get through, in the business.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much. I want you guys to notice that, what she was saying, that she was putting in the hard work. She's a busy mom, just like, a lot of, well, not us, I'm not a mom, but, a lot of people are. We're all busy. There's always something that's going on, but she was putting in that hard work whenever she had the nooks and crannies that she could, follow up and do those kind of things. So I just want to challenge you to start that momentum, to build that momentum for your team, and decide that you see, if you don't see the business potential, or you don't really understand what it would be, I challenge you to go look at the compensation plan, or go watch some videos, or go watch some Diamond documentaries until it's really ingrained in your mind that this is all that you need to build or to achieve all of your dreams. And once you have that belief, then run with it and decide that you're going to keep doing that no matter what. You're going to keep being in this business no matter what. So, thank you so much, Breanne, again, for spending your time on a Tuesday night. I know she had a team call and then got on right after her team call to be on here with us. So I truly appreciate it. And I know everyone loves to hear what you had to say. So I'm very proud of everyone that is on this call tonight for taking their time out on a Tuesday night and listening to what Breanne has to say. So again, thank you. And I hope that you have an awesome night.
You too. Bye. Bye, everybody.